What's that old saying about being a conspiracy theorist? Well, that's not happening. No, just wait 6 months and then it's true. Well, that's what we got today. What's going on, everybody? Hi, I'm Craig. Welcome to the Side Scrollers Podcast channel. Glad you're here. You hit that subscribe button and join the 101,000 normal men. Let's drive to 111. I like that 11111. Let's go. Let's get that, baby. All right. So look, we got another great video from Endymion, and we talked about this today on the show, but I wanted to kind of do a standalone video on this. If you want a longer form conversation about this, we did talk about this today with Warren Smith and My Nerdy Home, Steph from My Nerdy Home. I encourage you guys to go watch the full show today. With that said, my boy Endymion has been knocking it out of the park with his coverage of Ubisoft. Now, he's had some insiders who have come in, and they are speaking up. Now, they're also speaking behind the scenes with the condition of anonymity, and I get it, right? It's a dangerous time to say anything these days. Which totally sucks. And we know this is the case in the video game industry. We've talked about this for a long time, but these videos definitely confirm that. Now, this video is called Ubisoft Insider Reveals Woke Industry in Full Panic Mode and Assassin's Creed Shadows and Witcher Burn. Now, I'm going to put the link to this full video down below so you can check it out, but I want to play a couple snips for you guys because I think this really shows what we're dealing with on a day-to-day basis. Look, we all understand that not everybody is going along with everything that's being happened. But the problem is that people aren't saying anything because this right here, check this out.
Hands. They did tell me that because of how corporate structure is by design, especially at places like Ubisoft, that speaking out against anything that is considered political or activism like can and will lead to you getting fired and likely blacklisted as well. They say that there's a very bad case of tone-deaf leadership that has completely disconnected itself from the wants and needs of players across the industry. For example, another source I was talking to told me that CD Projekt Red is in absolute chaos right now.
So once again, this doesn't just end at Ubisoft. This is across the entire industry. But just the idea of not being able to say, hey, that's probably not a good idea. This goes back to the thing that we've talked about pretty extensively over the last month or so. Toxic positivity. No, you can't say that's bad. No, everything is great. And if you do say something, if you stand up and go, hey, so that's probably not a good idea, then you're fired and blacklisted from working in the industry as a whole. Is that not extremely messed up? It sounds like Hollywood in the 1950s or so when they did that right there. This is not right in any way, shape, or form. And I think this really speaks to the company culture of Ubisoft and CD Projekt Red and all the other companies that are built around here. People have been afraid. They are scared not to speak up, but to say no. That's not right. But it continues here because we've seen the idea of speaking up against the insanity that's happened in the video game space. And one of the big pushers of this over the last couple years or so that's really kind of popped into our brain recently was obviously Sweet Baby Inc. That had kind of started at the start of 2024, and they were propped up. We all understand, and we understand that they are just one of the many tentacles that is pushing this insanity inside the video game industry. Why do we need this? Because we've seen poll after poll. We've seen data that says gamers don't want this stuff. Yet these companies keep on sneaking it in. It's like the old fox in the hen house idea, right? Once one's in, then the chaos begins. And that's what we're getting right now, the bloodletting. But speaking of that Sweet Baby Inc., what does this Ubisoft insider think? They've seen the direct impact from Sweet Baby Inc. on the industry and on Ubisoft. Well, this is what they have to say. And I think this is very telling. And I know that they are not alone.
I asked this insider source what they thought of Sweet Baby, and they told me that they see all of those consulting groups to be plagues in the industry.
Plagues in the industry. Plague, like what a statement that is. Plagues in the industry. That is about as damning as you can possibly get along the way. And I don't know how anybody can be like, yeah, that's a really good idea. It's a really good idea to bring in these consultancy firms when once again you're talking about 95%. We saw that poll the other day that was being passed around. That was on a NeoGAF. 95% of people have no interest in the idea, and diversity is not important to video games. So I went out and I did my own poll on this, and here it is right here. Mine was our poll was even greater. Vera Dark has one going on right now as well. It's about the same. Look, I get it, right? This may be a little skewed, but it's not that skewed. That's the most important thing. It's not that skewed. Even if it's 80-20, why are you still catering to that 20%? Like, if you want to cater to that 20%, find a very niche product to cater to that 20%. That's fine. But don't make AAA games. Don't invest $500 million in video games catering to that 20% who do care about these things. I, as a business owner, would much rather cater to the 80%, or in this case, 97.4%, because you are normal men. There are considerably more normal men who are here, who just want to play games and enjoy their stuff. But it's, once again, all this stuff just continuously just getting rammed in. You guys know, and you guys get it, because you're normal men. And if you're not yet, make sure you hit the subscribe button and join us. I encourage you to go watch the full episode of the podcast today. We're live Monday through Friday at 11 a.m. Central Time. I got another video for you guys right here. Hey, go become a voting member over at therealgameawards.com. Use promo code ALYSSA, ALYSSA. Get $5 off your annual membership. You guys have a great day. See you guys later.